Hi, I'm Chad with Take One Film and Video here in Nashville, Tennessee, and thanks for joining us back here today. Well, I'm excited to be talking about the Cinedeck. Cinedeck is a multi-channel video recorder. Now, I know there's a lot of options for video recorders out there, but the problem with a lot of those is they're pretty limited. Sometimes you only get a couple of different options for codecs, such as maybe you get ProRes 422, maybe you get Avid DNx in there. But for those of you that are in a more dynamic production environment and you need a lot more versatility and flexibility, Cinedeck might be the unit that you're looking for. So there's going to be so much information that there's no way I'm going to be able to cover it all today. But I'm going to hit some highlights for you. But if you think that maybe this is a product that you would be interested in, call me. Let's talk and let's see if this, let's dive in a little bit deeper and see if this is the drive for you. But let's go ahead and dive right in and look at some of the highlights. First of all, we have two different units that we can choose from. We have the MX, which is a 4-channel unit, and the RX, which is what we have here, is the 2-channel version. Very similar as far as the biggest difference is going to be the 2 or the 4-channel option. Now, the thing that makes it so powerful is your versatility as far as your codecs, your wrappers. It will do AVC-Intra, Avid DNx, Avid JFIF, Cineform, DPX, DVC Pro HD, H.264, IMX, ProRes, and XDCAM. The great thing is you can take all those codecs and put them into different wrappers as well. You can choose from Avid Op-Atom MXF, you can do MXF Op1A, you can do MOV or AVI wrappers. Any resolution as well, including HD-SD, 2K, 4K RAW, H.264 for your iPad, iPhone, or a streamable H.264. It'll do 422, 444, 3G, any standard format including 23.9A, 24, 30p. Anything that you can throw at it, this unit is set up to handle. So incredible flexibility, and that's what makes this one of the most powerful units that I've ever seen for multi-channel video recording. Now let's hit a couple of highlights as far as what this can do. We talked about all the codecs. You can record 2 master or full resolution files and 2 proxies all simultaneously per channel. You can do that through the internal SSD drives or external eSATA ports. You have versatility in audio as well. You can record onto either MOV or separate WAV files depending on what your needs are. It'll do up to 16 channels of SDI embedded audio or 8 channels of AES audio. You've got closed captioning support, 3D record and playback, lots of monitoring support if you're using this in a production environment where you need some additional things like it's got peak digital audio, histograms, waveform vector scopes, focus assist, safe area and grid overlays, all kinds of things where you can assist you if you're using this in a live production environment. Playback support includes Sony S-by-S, P2, GoPro, Nano Flash. In fact, the MX version actually has those slots available on the unit itself for the S-by-S, the P2, and compact flash. There's a real powerful playlist manager because the unit runs off Windows embedded. You get to build your file structure exactly the way you want. You can organize your clips in any folder that you want. You can set in points and out points for each clip. And the unit doesn't care. It doesn't care where you put those clips. You just tell it where they're at, and it will play from that file folder. Now let's jump in here real quick and take a look. We have a 4-rack unit. It's made of solid milled aluminum. The RX version is a half rack, and the MX version is a full rack size. You get some accessibility right here on the front for an external eSATA. You get a USB and a headphone jack just to keep you from having to get around to the back of the deck if it's mounted in a rack. Let's take a look inside here real quick. When you look in the front, we've got our 2 channels all laid out. We have all the information that we need, including our audio meters here. We have how much hard drive space we have, time code, start and end points. You have all your information on your file, including your file name, the type of file it is, the resolution. All the information you need is laid out right here, even with a time code overlay. Our 2nd channel is basically the same as the 1st. And again, we have independent control here, so I can go through either one of these channels and start, stop, play, do all of those type of things. Go into our setup menu. We have a nice matrix overlay that shows us all of our options. So we can start with an overview of what drives our files are assigned to, what all of the settings are, and we can kind of see that here on a global page. We go to our input, and the matrix here will tell us all different things, including our resolution. We have all of our options here, frames per second, format, transport source video and your audio, different types of audio, where that's going. Your camera 1 master file and your proxy each have their own settings so that we can take the codec, we can select DNx, ProRes, XDCAM, the quality of each, the wrapper, set up your audio, your time code. You can do what's called segment, where you can actually break up your files so you don't end up with very large files. Your different types of embedded files that you can do here, primary, secondary. We can switch our channels just like this here, so we can jump right over to our channel 2. We can actually build projects where we can organize our files the way we like them. Time code, animation, and preferences for the unit are all done here. And so, like I said, there is just so much. I could probably spend an hour or more just going over the menu functions inside the machine. So, again, one of the most powerful units that I've ever seen. A great addition to any production environment, especially if you need the versatility to do different formats, different anything. So give us a call if you have any more questions about the Cinedeck MX or the RX. You can reach us at 1-877-81-TAKE-1, or you can email us at mail@takeone.tv. Well, thanks again for your time, and we look forward to seeing you back soon.